Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel GMB Show. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. The Chase host Bradley Walsh was left stunned when an Anne Hegerty lookalike entered the set during the ITV game show's festive special. The Chase's much-awaited Christmas special delivered an unexpected twist last night when an Anne Hegerty lookalike gate-crashed the game show's set. The baffling episode that viewers tuned into on Wednesday night, December 25, had host Bradley Walsh agape as he spotted what seemed to be Anne, the formidable chaser known for her quizzing prowess. Yet as the stage lit up, it was revealed the figure wasn't actually Anne, but her co-chaser Sean Wallace, who was donning her signature outfit. His disguise comprised of Anne's classic gray suit and her familiar short brunette locks, complemented with red lipstick, false lashes, and a touch of sparkly festive eyeshadow. "Who have you come as?" Bradley quipped, as Sean, dubbed the Dark Destroyer on the Chase, brandished a version of the Chase board game and replied, "I'm Anne Hegerty from the Chase board game," triggering roars of laughter throughout the studio. "Wow, very convincing, yeah," Bradley said, as Sean carried on imitating Anne, clearing his throat and shuffling in his seat. Sean then exclaimed, "My knickers have melted," prompting even more laughter from the celebrity guests and studio audience, reports the Liverpool Echo. The star-studded Christmas special featured actor Tony Maudsley, Olympic trampolinist Bryony Page, actress Carrie Godleman, and Pointless star Alexander Armstrong. On the special festive episode, the entire team reached the final chase, amassing a whopping 116,000 pounds in the process. They were joined by Jenny Ryan, better known as the Vixen, for the final chase of the game, where they managed to get a 23-question lead. Jenny praised the team's effort before the final round got underway, saying, "Sensational work, a great team performance," and admitted, "I knew I was up against it, but you really pulled together when it counted there." Despite her valiant attempt, the chaser couldn't close the gap with the celebrity contenders, securing only 20 correct answers, resulting in a triumphant win for the stars. In a display of sheer happiness, the celebs jumped for joy and hugged each other before announcing the charities benefiting from their winnings. Tony decided to donate his $29,000 share of the pot to Zoe's Lace, a hospice in Liverpool, while Bryony chose to support the Wingate Special Children's Trust. Carrie directed her proceeds to Action for Children, and Alexander picked Newcastle's Lit and Fill Library to receive his portion. Bradley Walsh was halfway through reading out a question about Dickens when it happened. The studio lights flickered, the festive wreaths shook, and the audience collectively gasped as the studio doors banged open. Striding in, dressed in a perfectly pressed gray suit with a red Santa hat perched on top, was Anne Hegerty. Or so everyone thought. "Bradley," she barked, "I'm here to reclaim my buzzer." Bradley blinked. "Anne, you're supposed to be backstage, love." The real Anne Hegerty appeared on the big screen, looking bewildered. "Bradley, I'm in the dressing room. Who is that?" The impostor Anne turned, adjusted her glasses, and declared in an eerily accurate voice, "I am Anne Hegerty, the governess, and I demand to take my seat." The audience roared with laughter, thinking it was a planned Christmas twist, but Bradley's face said otherwise. "Security," he called, half laughing, half worried. The impostor was undeterred, pulling out a stack of index cards. "Let's make this festive, shall we? First question for the chaser. How many mince pies can Bradley eat in one sitting?" Bradley cracked a grin, trying to keep the show rolling. "Depends if we're counting before or after I've changed into my stretchy trousers." The fake Anne raised an eyebrow. "Incorrect. The correct answer is 12. The contestants, 3 in light-up Christmas jumpers, were in stitches while the producers scrambled behind the cameras trying to figure out how this woman had managed to breach ITV security dressed as Anne. Meanwhile, the real Anne Hegerty stormed onto the set, still in her slippers, her hair in rollers, looking like the world's most terrifying Christmas elf. She marched up to the impostor and crossed her arms. "Who on earth do you think you are?" Anne demanded, her real voice echoing across the stunned set. The impostor lifted her chin. "I'm you, but fun-sized for Christmas." For a moment there was silence, and then Anne did something nobody expected. She started laughing. "Bradley, let her stay for the final chase," Anne said, wiping a tear from her eye. "I need to see if she can answer questions as well as she can impersonate me." And so, in the strangest Christmas special in the chase's history, Anne Hegerty and her lookalike sat side by side, both hitting buzzers, both glaring, and both scolding Bradley when he made a joke too long. In the end, the team won $50,000. The impostor turned out to be a professional lookalike hired by a contestant as a prank gone wrong, and Anne declared it the weirdest but most entertaining day she'd had on the show. As the credits rolled with fake snow falling, Bradley shook his head, muttering, "Only on the chase." And somewhere in the corner, Anne and her impostor clinked mugs of hot chocolate, both smirking like true queens of quiz chaos.